Throughout our working lives, we'll all be faced with decision points. These are events that are really opportunities to pivot and move our careers in a different direction. In order to be able to recognize those opportunities and to put them in the proper perspective, we do have to know ourselves. And to do that, we have to be able to answer three basic questions by using a brutally honest self-assessment. Before I get into the questions, I do want to make it clear that a self-assessment is not the same thing as the company's self-evaluation that is required as part of an annual performance review process. Those are not private. You can't be totally honest with them. You can't say your boss is a blithering idiot or that your VP has created a toxic work environment. They also focus narrowly on the future only with respect to what's possible within that organization. Now, the first question that comes up as part of your self-assessment is why now? What is it about the current situation that has you thinking it's time for a change? Is there something going on at your employer in terms of their financial stability or health or the direction they're taking the company? Is there something going on in your personal life that says you need to shift your work-life balance a little bit? As you're asking those questions, why change now? The hardest questions are around asking yourself, why don't you measure up? If you want to achieve certain things, why are you being passed over? Why can't you get them? What are your gaps? You also have to come to a definition of success that's personal to you. Success is not just about title or money. It's about how you make a difference. And if you allow others to define success for you based on metrics or job titles, you'll never be satisfied. You'll always be looking what somebody else has instead of deciding whether what you have is what you want. You also think about where you want to be and where you want to go. Do you want a leadership role? Or do you want to be someone who's recognized as an expert in your field, both inside and outside of your company? Maybe you want to make a difference outside of work. I know several people who want to do good jobs at their work, but their real passion is supporting their church or nonprofit organizations outside of work. You have to know what you want and where you want to go and who you want to be. Or otherwise you won't be able to choose the right map or chart the best course for you. There are three basic steps for doing a self-assessment. The first one is to write down all of your questions and your doubts. Where are you at? Where do you want to be? What's holding you back? What are your weaknesses? These are hard questions to develop and they're hard to answer, but if you don't understand them, you can't chart a path to the future that you want. If you like, you can consider taking a personality test. My advice is, if you take one, take several. You need to avoid the trap of allowing yourself to be defined by a four-letter code or a color combination or a label that these programs generate. Focus on the reports. Look for phrases and descriptions that resonate with you, both where you are and where you want to be. The personality tests are interesting because they have such large data sets of other people who have taken the tests. So you can really look at various descriptions and try and figure out which ones you want to try and leverage. It's also important to understand that these personality tests are not predictors of success. A specific outcome on any test is not a guarantee you'll be successful in whatever path you choose. The third step is to discuss everything with people you trust. Any major change you choose to make in your career is going to have a direct impact on your family. So you need to discuss it with them because you need their support. Talk to your close friends who you trust to give you good advice. And get a coach. Great athletes all have coaches. Coaches see things that the athletes can't see in the moment. They bring perspectives that the athletes can't do. They help them address their blind spots and bring clarity to the questions and the answers you need to give to get to where you want to be. Career coaches are also very good at helping you be successful individually as well as to be effective members of teams. Once you've completed your self-assessment, you'll know where you are and you'll know where you want to go. From there, you can build a plan. I'll cover that in my next video. In the description below, you'll find a link to a blog post that goes into more depth on this topic. It also has links to several articles and other resources that you can review. I do want to stress that I am not endorsing any specific product or point of view represented in those links. They're just there to help you get started on your personal journey. Please do me the favor of liking this video and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for watching.